confident in himself, and we have that confidence in him. We see him practice, we see his work ethic, so we're glad that everybody else is getting to see him do it in the game.
Yeah, similar answer. He's incredible, on and off the court. He's just a great dude, and we trust him in those situations, and he knocks down big shots day after day. So,
up front on the left side, Mike, second row, please. Second row, please. Thank you.
Yeah, Mike DeCourcy from the Sporting News. Walter, took you to about the last 8 minutes against UConn, and then kind of the last 4 against Texas Tech to really take control of the game. Was the object of this game to just make it happen sooner so that you guys didn't allow the game to get away?
Nah, me personally, I just let the game come to me. I know I got a bunch of other guys around me who are threats also. If you try to double me, like Tommy hit that 3 in the first half, kind of loosened up their defense a little bit. They kind of went away from me. So just, just reading, reacting to the defense, I knowing I got weapons around me.
Next question, same area, Lindsay.
Lindsay Schnell of The Athletic. This is for everyone but Walter. I think we're all out of ways to describe his game. Specifically, we can't compare him to Steph Curry anymore because Steph never did it on this stage. What's one word you would use to describe his game?
We'll start with Will. You taking a pass on that, Will, or you want to address that?
I'd just say special, to be honest. He's special.
Special's good. Thomas?
yeah, special.
Elijah, looking for a word that's not special?
Special.
All right. Yes, sir.
That's 3 in a row. That's a quorum up here at the in the main interview room. Let's go to the right side with Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin Brockway. Walter, can you take me through your assertiveness down the stretch, in particular 71-68, that three-point play, just what you saw to kind of break down the defense there, because that turned out to be a pretty big shot.
Yeah, they was kind of showing hard all night. So I think it was Cardwell. Yeah, Cardwell left a little early on one of them, so I was able to get the shot up. And then, Tommy had knocked down one of those top of the key threes. And that kind of forced them to not stay as long on me because Tommy, Kondo, all of them were making plays. So just, like I said, the guys around me making plays allows me for my game to open up, and I appreciate them.
We're up front in the center with Zach.
Zach Brazil, New York Post. Walter, you were saying yesterday your kind of introduction to March Madness was watching Kemba 14 years ago. What was it about that kind of drew you in, and do you think you're doing a pretty good imitation of him in the last few weeks?
I wouldn't say imitation. I try to be my own person. But, yeah, man, Kemba on one of the biggest stages was just calm, cool and collected. So just watching that, I kind of admired that. He was able to just zone himself out and, just play his game.
We're going to go halfway up the aisle on the left side. Chris?
Chris Harry, FloridaGators.com. Thomas and Elijah, I think they were pretty much having their way 73%, I think, in the two-point area in the first half. Cut it in half in the second half. What did you guys do? What did you talk about at halftime to try to settle in and do something about what they were doing, beasting you guys inside like that?
Well, for me, Walt kind of got our bigs together actually at halftime and gave us a nice little pep talk, but that's not the game of basketball. That's not the style of basketball we played at the beginning, letting them out-physical us. So that gave us extra motivation. And also Coach Hartman got on us pretty good at halftime too. So that helped a lot going into that second half.
I mean, yeah, man, we know what we need to do. And, we just had to trust each other, play harder, and, get the job done.
Up front on the right side.
Michael Giddens, War Report. Walter, 11 of 18, 34 points. Can you talk about what it's been like for you doing what you've done in the SEC this year with the conference having such a historic season culminated with this championship run?
To be honest with you, I don't really I guess you could say I haven't really had time to reflect on what I've been doing. I've just been focused on us winning games and just winning games with these guys, and that's what we've been doing. So that's kind of I haven't taken the time to kind of reflect back on the season yet.
Same area, Robbie.
Robbie LaStella, bracketshere.org. Two for Elijah. What's it feel like right now? Obviously, still one more to go, but you got past this first round here at the Final Four. And secondly, those dunks. Were you intending to fly from the free throw line?
It feels good, getting this win. Being back in the national championship. I don't remember the last time that we've been here, but just super grateful for these guys, honestly. And those dunks, I just was thinking just going dunk it, honestly.
We've been waiting on him all year.
Yeah.
We want to thank the student athletes from Florida. They're going to head back.
You'll be back. Emus can help people customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
And Doug.
Well, I'll be.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
All right, everybody, it's time not just to go back to school, but to come back and move forward. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
Down 9, 2 minutes into the second half. On this stage, for certain groups, that could lead to somebody or a team getting phased. It was pretty understandable. That's never been your team once. How much was tonight against a team you have so much respect for a testament to the unflappability of this group? And have you ever seen anything like it from a team, this just unfazed element to this group of guys?
Yeah, to answer your question in short form, it's 100%. A great example of that. I thought Auburn played great in the first half. We did some nice things, but we did not have an answer for their physicality in the paint. I think they were 13 for 18 from 2. And, the way our game plan, we weren't executing it very well, and it wasn't working very well. And so we get to halftime. Tommy was right. We Coach Hartman kind of tried to get us going a little bit, and then the main message at halftime was we have to get back to doing what we do and executing in a positive way. And we scored right out of halftime, and I think we got a stop, and then we gave the ball back. They hit a 3 to make it 9. And but from that point forward, I thought we did a great job of getting back to ourselves. Our bigs, I thought, did a great job in the second half defending and rebounding. We ended up plus 11 on the glass, I think, or plus 9, I guess. And we're down 1 at halftime. We did a great job guarding Janai one-on-one in the second half. I think he was 1 for 4 from the field. And we started getting out in transition a little bit. We saw the ball go through the basket, started gaining some confidence. And we obviously played a really, really good second half. And, I think it starts with our perimeter. Walt, Will, and Elijah being senior leaders, guys that have been through the fire a little bit before. Great players with a really, really high level of confidence. And they just kind of breathe it into the rest of the team. And the younger guys like Rube and Kondo and Tommy, Zell, they have no choice, but to play with incredible intensity and urgency because of the tone that our perimeter sets.
Up front on the left.
Todd, you've said all year about starting out the second half, coming out and making a statement early on. Talk about that first 5 minutes tonight when y'all outscored them 11-2.
Yeah, we were able to turn up our pressure a little bit defensively. I thought we got them on their heels offensively. We started just guarding more physically in the paint and making it harder for them to put us in the basket. Got some clean rebounds out in transition, and they controlled the game in the first half. We stuck around and we were hanging in, but we kind of felt like we were getting knocked around a little bit. But we controlled the game in the second half, and I thought after the first 2 minutes of the second half we did that consistently. And it was all 3 facets: defending, rebounding, take care of the ball, which led to that run and that victory.
Up front on the right side, Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin Brockway, Gainesville said. What do you think was the key for Broome in the second half, though? It seemed like in the first half he was getting a lot of deep post position. Was it just you guys kind of pushing him out, a coaching adjustment, player adjustment, or what do you think?
No, I think it was just a function of our bigs, just in our depth. He had a great first half. We didn't have anybody that could stop him. He was getting to his spots. And we stayed the course. We didn't double him. They're too explosive offensively on the perimeter to double him. They're going to just get threes for Kelly, Pettiford, Denver, guys that are automatic knockdown shooters. And you just got to stay the course a little bit. And I thought our depth, being able to get Ruben and Kondo a sub early, bringing them back. I just think we warmed down a little bit. And it was kind of the function of the whole, the whole of our group that stepped up and was able to kind of change that defensive effort in the second half.
On the right side up front.
Isaac Edelman, Florida victorious. You're 1 win away from being able to call yourself a national championship winning head coach. I know it probably hasn't soaked in yet, but just how does that feel?
It's pretty incredible, man. We worked pretty hard to get here, and in 3 years, been fortunate to build a great staff that is aligned and that works really hard for each other. And then we've just accumulated a great group of guys, in our roster. And it took a little bit to get all these pieces together, but to a man, they all pull the same direction. there's no unselfishness in our locker room. You know, you see a guy like Walt, he gets asked all the questions and gets all the attention for a great effort like tonight, but there's no animosity there. There's nobody, you know, concerned about that. These guys are just trying to win a championship, and I'm proud of that. I'm proud of what our program is, and you know, the strides, that we've made over these past couple years.
On the left side.
Yeah, Coach, can you speak to Mike Bianchi, Orlando Sentinel? Can you speak to what a great day it's been for Gator basketball? Coach Donovan gets to the Hall of Fame, and also you've said you want to restore Gator basketball to that level, and it appears you have.
Yeah, it's incredible. You know, I actually saw Coach Donovan kind of behind our bench right before the second half started, and I was just thinking like how amazing it was, you know, that he's here, you know, a guy that is the face of Florida basketball and, you know, had such an amazing career in Gainesville and obviously after, but, you know, what he was able to do, you know, he raised the bar pretty high at Florida. You know, there's some pretty high expectations now because of what he was able to do in his time there, and he deserves the honor of being a Hall of Fame coach.